Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done anything like this. Graduate school and work and everything has been pretty much kicking my ass. So, like I said, it's been a while. I'm about to go watch Shelby Oaks. I've kind of tried to avoid most things for it. I only saw a trailer during one of the movies I was watching a while ago, and I'm just curious because I just hear so many things about it, right? Whether it's good or not is going to be interesting. Like I said, I have tried to avoid a lot of things. I haven't checked things like Rotten Tomatoes or read very many reviews or any at all, actually, I don't think, or watched any review videos. So I'm just curious to see how it's going to be. One thing I know for sure is that if it's boring as fuck, I'm going to fall asleep because, as I said, graduate school is kicking my ass and I am pretty tired. So, shit, we'll see. I guess I'll come back in a bit and just let everybody know how it went. Also, I'm just letting you know that I am not going in this wrinkly ass shirt. I'm not like that kind of relaxed, right? I will go change for sure. Definitely not going to the theater in this wrinkly ass shirt. All right, so I just got back from watching Shelby Oaks at the theater with my cousin, and just got a few things to say. Just quick initial thoughts, right? I don't want to be here too long. Like I said, I got a bunch of homework to do, so I gotta get that shit done. But like I said, I kind of want to get back to doing these videos, or at least some videos. Maybe I'll do it like once every full moon or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But nonetheless, I went to go watch Shelby Oaks with my cousin, and try not to spoil a lot, but I might spoil a few things, right? So just be wary of that if you intend to go watch this movie. I'm going to spoil a little bit here. But this movie is interesting. I think, well, first, what's this movie about, right? So, this woman named Mia is very sad, right? Obviously, because she lost her sister. I don't mean lost as in like she died, but lost as in she disappeared. Now, her sister, Riley, would do this show like some ghost hunter shit, right? And she would just go out to these haunted places and be like, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that?" Just like our old school shows. If you were around in that time, I think at one point the thing says there 2008. So if you're like me and you were around there in 2008, you saw those ghost hunting shows all the time. But this one was on YouTube, which is pretty interesting, right? And seeing like those old school YouTube videos and the old school like look of the website was kind of crazy, right? Remember, it just brought back some memories for me because I'm like a dinosaur at this point. But that was pretty funny. I think like that early part there, they're showing a lot of clips from YouTube and they're showing like what looks like a documentary being made because there is a documentary being made about this thing, right? Of this whole disappearance and whatnot. And I thought that was a really interesting way to get us into the story. So that's a plus, right? That's pretty good. And then it starts to go off the rails, right? Because right after all that happens, they show Riley, they talk to Mia. There's a knock on the door, and this gentleman comes up, says, "She finally let me out," and he shoots himself in the head. It's kind of crazy. Like, that was just like, you know, eye opening. So that was pretty eye opening, and it was like, holy crap, right? Dang, we're starting off crazy, aren't we? And then you see, like, there's a tape in his hand, right? It says Shelby Oaks. So Mia goes and takes the tape right before the police get there because she wants to see it. And it's kind of like some cannibal holocaust shit, right? Where she pops in the tape, she watches it. But no, it's not going to be like that, right? You're not going to sit there and watch the tape and find out, oh, this is what actually happened, right? Is she burning down villages and shit too? Nah, it's not how it works. She gets a little clip of it and she sees something, right? That's going to give her a hint as to what may have happened to her sister. So, of course, she wants to know the answer, right? What happened to her sister? So she like gets into full blown research mode, and I'm like, shit, man, I need to get into that kind of level to do my own research. So I gotta like take notes on what Mia's doing. She's balling hard, but she researches. She finds all sorts of information about. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm just gonna not really mention it. I'll just say she finds the supernatural entities and things like that. Right? Just leave it at that. She finds this all out, and some of these entities are like stalking her around throughout this time, and it's kind of creepy, right? It's kind of creepy. You hear a bunch of noises in the middle of the night, and it's just kind of gets me on edge. And that's good. And that's like the first about 3/4 of the movie. Those were the best parts. I think when she got to her destination, it just didn't hit, man. Like I wasn't like all the nerves that had developed kind of disappeared. I think the ending to me was like the weaker part of this movie. And unfortunately, I wouldn't say it falls apart, right, or anything like that. Like it's not horrendous. It doesn't hold as well as the earlier parts of the movie. The earlier parts of the movie are creepy. The tape that the guy leaves, right, in his hands after you know after he shoots himself, that's actually creepy. The tape in there was creepy. A lot of the encounters with these supernatural entities are creepy, but it's crazy, right? How in the world does the ending not pay off as hard? But that's kind of what I felt like happened in this movie. The ending didn't hit as hard as I thought it was going to be, or at least the reveal of what happens, right, didn't hit as hard. The ending's kind of brutal, to be honest, right? What happens to at the end of the movie is kind of insane. But I thought the ending just kind of ruined it a little bit. But hey, man, that's just me. What do I know? I'm just some tired asshole, man. At this point, thought it was fun for at least the first 3/4 of the movie. But you tell me, man, what y'all think. Go watch the movie, check it out. The only way you'll know, right, is if you watch it yourself. As I was saying, that's just my opinion. All these movies are just subjective. I guess all opinions on movies are just, it's all just subjective, man. So, shit, you might like it. I thought it was okay. I gave it like 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and I saw that a lot of people were giving it like 1 out of 5. I was like, man, that's kind of brutal. This ain't no House of Eden shit. But hey, man, like I said, check it out. You might like it. If you do, cool, man. I'm glad. As for me, I got a bunch of work to do, and I got to do some research mode like Mia in this movie. So, all right, man. Peace. If you watch it, let me know what y'all thought. Be nice about it though, because I got like a lot of stress, man. I don't need to stress out dealing with negative comments. All right, man. Now, actually, peace. Take care.